All right, for assignment 1, I just want to go over a quick few details for creating the cam that you're supposed to fabricate. So according to the parameters given in the assignment, we have, I'm going to do it for our student Frodo Baggins, who has the last 4 digits of his ID as being 5678. So his rise is going to be 3/4 of that. And then the fall will be 1/3 of 0.4259, and the second fall will be the remaining 2/3, bringing us back to the regular diameter, which is shown over here. So at angular location 0, the radius of the cam is half of the diameter, 0.5, and that's when the rise begins, and as the rise ends after 55 degrees, you're at 0.5 plus 0.4259. Now you stay there. There's the first dwell from 55 to 110, or the angular location of 155 degrees. You're still at 0.9259. And then in the space of another 45 degrees, bringing you to the angular location of 200 degrees, you've dropped 1/3 of the fall, and you would then dwell for another 105 degrees, and so you remain at the 0.7839, and then for the last 45 degrees you come down with that final 2/3 of the rise, and you end up back at the base diameter or the base radius. Now for the parameters using Solidworks, a lot of the values are given in terms of the radius of the cam plus the radius of the follower, so you need to be aware of that. So that's each of these plus half of 0.24 or 0.12. So just to recall, you need to go under your options and add-ins, and you need to make sure that your Solidworks toolbox is turned on. And then to create your cam, you go under Tools, Toolbox, Cams, and for the cam that we're making, we're using inches. A circular cam, the follower is going to be translating. The follower diameter is 0.24, and here the starting radius is 0.62, as I'm showing over here on the spreadsheet. We're going to start at an angle of 0, and our rotation here will be clockwise, so I'm moving in this direction. So as I'm moving in the clockwise direction, the follower is moving in the counterclockwise direction, just to keep that aware. So our angular distances are still rotating in that direction. So I chose to use 3 cycloidal, so I'm using the same motion for each of them. For your assignment, you're supposed to use 3 different, and here are the ending radiuses. So for the first, we start out at 0.62 and we end up at 1.0459, and then the next radius is 0.9039, and lastly we come back to 0.62, all shown over here, and here are the various degrees of motion. And then under the creation, I decided to use, you got to make sure that your outside diameter is greater than what you're looking at, so it has to be, you look for your greatest diameter here, which is 1.0, or greatest radius rather, 1.0459, multiply that by 2 and make sure that your blank is larger than that, and I'm figuring I'm having a 1/4 inch blank. The hub diameters and lengths are up to you. I wanted to use a through hole of 1/4 inch. My track depth is going to be through, so I'm going to be just making the cam shape itself, as opposed to putting some sort of blind, so this would be the diameter of 3 inches, the blue area. I'm going to go all the way through, or rather I went all the way through, and I used my angular increment of 360 degrees, track surfaces inner, and I'm asked it to be created using arcs. And then when I clicked on the create button, this is the arc, or this is the resulting cam that I did. Now just to show all these parameters one more time, I created a sketch on top of the cam itself, so let me just unhide that and let me edit it so I can get all my dimensions here. And I'm going to go ahead and turn off the visibility of all the relations, make it a little bit cleaner. So here's my starting position at 0.62. I'm going up 55 degrees out to a radius of 1.046, maintaining that for the next 110 degrees. Then I'm doing 1/3 of my fall, again out here to 0.0939, dwelling again for another 105 degrees to an angular radius of angular location of 305 degrees, and then finally my final fall of 0.2839 inches, bringing me back to the radius of 0.62. So that is the cam that we are working with, or that I'm going to work with for the rest of this example, which I'll continue in the following video.